We're here at the Sea House in downtown Chicago, where Lucas Henning is our wine director. We're also here with Fred Scherrer, and he's going to be talking about some of his wines and some questions that are often asked from some of my students. There's a misunderstanding, I think, about blending, and people thinking that a blended wine is inferior quality to 100% wine. Pinot Noirs often are blended, though, correct?
They're often blended, in my knowledge, firsthand, is they're blended between different Pinot Noir lots. From just interest in playing around with things on the bench with a graduated cylinder pipette, I've tried things, for example, in the early 90s with a small amount of Syrah, just for the hell of it, because people would talk about this as being a way to get the color deeper into Pinot Noir, which evidently is supposedly important. And I found that the smallest trace would actually take over the character of the wine, and it tasted like Syrah with Pinot Noir added. So I gave it that one. I think the Pinot Noirs that I'm interested in and that I've worked with have no tolerance for anything else.
They're just overwhelmed by whatever you add to it.
It seems that it's transparent, even though you could have a very thick Pinot Noir with a lot of flavor going on, that it doesn't want any other stuff in there. Mm-hmm. It tends to show.
And when you do blending with your Pinot Noirs with regards to different types of clones or different vineyard plots, when and how do you blend?
Gradually. Sometimes I'll blend at the fermenter level. If I have experience with some different lots that I know that their destinies to be combined, and logistics dictate that it's convenient to do, then I'll do it. If I'm learning about a vineyard or different vineyard sites, I want to keep them somewhat separate. I'm not hung up on having a pure clone or even a pure vineyard in any given lot if I believe that it's going to go to, let's say, my Russian River Valley vineyard. The point is to put things together in a logical and somewhat informed fashion. Most of my blending is done after almost a year in barrel before the next vintage. Then I have an opportunity to see the wines relatively developed, and I've got a pretty good handle on their affinity for each other through successive blending trials, just to see how they taste together.